Hello everyone and welcome back to the Amped YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through the latest release of Amped Authenticate. In the video we're going to focus on two main parts of the release. The first is a very exciting new filter which is going to be our deepfake detection. With this filter it's going to help you determine whether an image has been created through deepfake techniques. And the second part of the video, we're going to focus on our update to the social media identification database. And I'm going to talk about how this can assist you in your investigations. Now, I want to start the video off by introducing deepfakes to those that aren't that familiar with it. I think everyone's started to hear the word being thrown around. But let me just introduce what a deepfake is. So the idea behind a deepfake is that it creates images that strongly resemble a certain subject. Normally, it's going to be a person that isn't actually them. Deepfakes can be nearly indistinguishable from the real thing to the average human eye, thanks to the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Before I continue with the video, I just want to make it clear that there are different techniques for making deepfakes. And in this video, we're talking about deepfakes that are creating synthesized faces. And this technique uses two different neural networks. So when creating synthesized faces, these two neural networks are going to work together. There's going to be a generator and a discriminator. The generator starts by creating new faked images from random pixels. And then the discriminator will examine these faked images and compare them to real images. If the differences are too stark, the discriminator will label them as fakes, and it will tell the generator that the images it's produced aren't good enough. So the generator then takes this information and continuously adjusts the faked images until the discriminator can no longer tell the difference between the fake images and the real images. This technique is called generative adversarial network. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to make this just a little bit interactive with you. I want you to pause the video in a few seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up 6 different faces onto the screen, and I want you to try determine which faces are real and which are fake. So the images are going to pop up. Just pause the video, have a quick look, and then I'll take you through how we can detect whether they're real or fake using Amped Authenticate. Okay, so hopefully you have some sort of decision in mind in which you think are real and which are fake. I've brought the image, the exact same image, into Amped Authenticate now. And we're going to take a look at the new face GAN Deepfake detection tool. So with this tool, there's 2 different options you've got. You've got the overlay and you've got the collage, and I'll go through both of them. But basically how this is going to work is the filter is going to run through and give a confidence level on which it believes is real and which it believes is fake. You can see that I've got all the faces in one image here together. You could do it with an image with just one face. You can do it with an image with multiple faces. As long as it can detect that there's a face there, it's going to run through the process. So we'll start with medium overlay. And you can see very quickly it's determined which are fake and which are real. And you can see that all of these are quite high in confidence. So you can see with the 2 center images that they've got the highest possible confidence of being real. So the top one here, we've got Emmy, who's one of the employees at Amped. And at the bottom, we've got my friend Carly, who agreed to let me use her image here. And hopefully she doesn't mind me saying, but you can see that this image has been filtered. It's gone through compression by being uploaded to Facebook. And then it's being compressed again by me saving it and exporting it through Photoshop. So even though this photo's been processed a few times and had filters applied to it, it can still determine that the face is a real face. Then we've got the 4 fake images here. And again, this is completely true of these images. They are all fake. And these images, even though they look real, they were generated by Deepfake. And there's a website that you can go to that's called This Person Isn't Real. And that's where I downloaded these images from. And again, the software can determine that these are fake. As I said, you've got the 2 options here. So you've got the overlay, where it's just going to overlay the result onto the images in how the image was presented. And you've got the collage, where it will extract the faces from the image and just line them up for you as well. Finally, I just wanted to demonstrate how the filter also works with images that have had a face spliced on top of them. So here we've got a real face and a fake face that's been spliced on top of the person. And if we go down to our filter, we can quickly identify that the image on the right, the person on the right, has had a fake face spliced on top of this individual. So this is just a quick introduction to show you how the filter works. It's a very, very simple filter for the user to use, even though it's quite a complicated filter behind the scenes. If you do want to know more about how this filter works, I definitely recommend going to the update blog, where you can read a lot more in depth about how this works. And there's a lot of scientific papers out there now regarding deepfakes and GAN deepfake detection. So I definitely recommend going and finding more out about it if it's something that interests you. But as you can see, this is going to be an extremely powerful filter and tool for you to use in the future. Deepfakes are getting more and more popular, and they're used in all different scenarios now, especially in like political races in the US. You see a lot of deepfake images being brought out of politicians. So this is a great way to determine whether images are fake or not. Let's now move on to talk about our update to the social media identification database. It comes as no surprise that a lot of investigations these days involve images coming from social media platforms. There's a huge array of different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also messenger apps such as Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp. Now, the problem with most social media platforms is that it will strip the original image of most of its metadata. It does this because when sharing an image to social media platforms, it's going to end up being downscaled and recompressed, and this process will strip all that original data from the image. This acts as almost a counter-forensic or laundering process when detecting image manipulations. A lot of software out there that can detect manipulations in the original images will become a lot less reliable once that image has been shared through social media. So it's important to be able to identify when an image is coming from different social media platforms. Because of this, since social media platforms continue to update their processes on how they deal with uploading images, we also need to continuously update our database. So in this update, we've completely updated our database of different social media platforms, and we've also included new databases for SMPs such as Facebook Messenger. Overall, we've increased the database by more than 900 elements, and we now cover the following social media platforms. We've got Facebook, Flickr, Google+, Instagram, Messenger, Telegram, TinyPic, Tumblr, Twitter, and WhatsApp. So here I've got an image that I took while in Las Vegas at the Grand Canyon. And I sent this through Facebook Messenger and then downloaded it from Facebook Messenger. And if we now go to the social media identification, you'll see that we've got compatible social media platforms and Facebook Messenger is there. Okay, everyone, that finishes today's video. I hope you're excited to use the new features in AMP to Authenticate. As I said before, there is more information in the blog post which will be released alongside this video, so make sure you go check that out. If you do have any questions on the update, feel free to reach out to us on our Discord, YouTube, or support channels. Until next time, take care.